Welcome to this week's episode of KCAT News. This week, Kai and Schaus caught up with the homecoming king and queen about homecoming. Trent Ellison has a new episode of The Critic, and this week on The Perks, Caleb and Will Perkins will cover the recent sports updates. And Jonas Choate has the results from bowling. I'm Emma Savella, and KCAT News starts right now. On February 12th was Mulvane High School's winter homecoming. Cayenne caught up with Macy Chambers and Tab Creekmore, the homecoming queen and king, to discuss how homecoming went.
The week has ended, so to give it one last hurrah, I caught up with king and queen winners Macy Chambers and Tab Creekmore. Let's go check it out.
It was pretty good. I was kind of surprised, but I think it's fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Oh my gosh, whenever they said Tabs, he had his mask on, and his mouth dropped so far, like his mask came down. I was like, he was not ready for that.
No, it definitely surprised me. I didn't really know how to react. We practiced before, and I completely forgot what I was supposed to do. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. When Tab grabbed the wrong flowers. So, for the queen, they had, a bigger, set of flowers, and Tab gave it to somebody else and, tried handing them to somebody else.
It was bad. My favorite part was probably winning it with Macy. That was pretty good.
Besties for life.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I think they tried to make it, as memorable as they could, with COVID and everything.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but I don't know. I wish we could have done more.
Yeah.
But it was fun to get together as a group and just experience it all. It was fun.
That's all for homecoming. Thank you, Macy and Tab. Cayenne Schaus, KCAT News.
This week, Trenton has a new episode of The Critic.
Hey, welcome back to The Critic. I'm your host, Trenton Ellison. Today I'll be reviewing the Guilty Gear Strive beta. Guilty Gear is a fighting game franchise that began on May 14th, 1998 and has released over 13 titles, with the newest one being Guilty Gear Strive. Players have been given the opportunity to test out the beta and see how much they like it. Most of the reviews are very positive, with most of them praising the outstanding netcode. So let's begin with the overall gameplay. The controls are similar to all the other Guilty Gear games, but for anybody who hasn't played before, the controls are very nice, easy, and very fluid. So now let's move on to some of the characters. There are a total of 15 base roster characters, with 5 more coming for DLC. The base roster includes Angie Mito, Axel Lowe, Chip Zanuff, Faust, Giovanna, I Know, Kai Kesk, Leo White Fang, May, Milia Rage, Nagiriyuki, Potemkin, Ram Lethal, Soul Bad Guy, and Zato 1. So far, Ram Lethal has the best combos in the game, and is a very fun character to play. I would also say that she has one of the best designs in this game right now. Most of the players who used her said she was probably the best character in the game. Next up is Potemkin, who has a high defense and a variety of different powerful attacks, along with his signature move, Potemkin Buster. Sadly, he does not have the best mobility, but don't let that stop you from using him, because his defense mixed in with his high powerful attacks are something to be fearful of. Next up is Giovanna, who is a brand new character in Strive, who is mostly a rushdown character and utilizes their moveset for close combat. She also has a tension gauge, which builds up and makes her moves even stronger. Next is Millia Rage, who's a very versatile character who utilizes her speed. While Millia Rage doesn't have the best defense, she has a good offense because of her speed that complements her attacks and allows her to do continuous attacks. She has plentiful of devastating combos which can be done both on the ground and in the air, making her a tougher opponent. Next is Leo White Fang, who's a very popular character in the Guilty Gear franchise, who wields great swords with the capability of building up energy and unleashing a powerful projectile that will be sure to knock your opponent down. Now we're moving on to the netcode, which is highly praised for having the best online availability than any other fighting game, and allows for both players to enjoy the match without having any types of lag. So far, Guilty Gear Strive is looking like a fighting game that lots of people will enjoy, whether they've played a fighting game or not. I'm giving the Guilty Gear Strive beta an 85%. That's it for this week. Trenton Ellison, KCAT News.
On the perks, this week, Caleb and Will Perkins has the sports rundown of everything that has happened recently, and Jonas has the bowling results.
Welcome back to the Perks. Mobile and Winter Sports has wrapped up for the season. Let's start off with wrestling. There are 4 boys state qualifiers, and all 4 placed. Senior Hunter Scott took 6th, Senior Chadwick Stahl took 2nd, Junior Trent Moses took 5th, and Sophomore Chris Dietrich took 6th. Now on to girls wrestling. There are 3 state qualifiers. Freshman Casey Dillon, freshman Kaylin Wyatt, and state champion Cami Chance. Great job, wrestlers.
Now let's move on to bowling. The men's varsity bowling team finished the season with a record of 4-1 in duels and placed 3rd in the AVCTL League Tournament and 5th place in regionals. The women's varsity bowling team finished this season with a 1-4 record in duels and placed 4th in the AVCTL League Tournament and took 5th place in regionals. Field reporter Jonas Schote talked with Coach Ashworth about the season.
Thanks, Caleb. Bowling is wrapping up their season, and I'll be sitting down with Coach Ashworth.
Our bowling season has gone really well. The boys finished 3rd in our league, and the girls finished 7th. We have made great gains, and we really came together as a team. So the season went really well. We've had some great senior leadership. Our seniors have been on the varsity team for 3 to 4 years for most of them. So they've shown great examples of a work ethic and how to practice hard, and just really brought the team together in a great way. I am going to say, for one word to describe our team, would be unique. We have just a unique group of kids, and they're just a fun group with very unique personalities. I would say if we're an animal, I'm going to give a funny answer and say a unicorn, because we, once again, we're unique. We're our own group, and so yeah, I'm going to say unicorn.
This is Ashworth. The Mulvane bowling team has been dedicated and has worked very hard this season. Go Cats!
The varsity girls basketball team traveled to Winfield for the sub-state play in game and fell short by a point. The girls fell 32-33 in their 2020-2021 season. The girls finished the season with a 3-18 record and 0-10 in league play. The JV girls finished the season with a 7-9 record, and the C team finished with a 2-11 record.
Lastly, let's move on to men's basketball. The team versed Clearwater in a sub-state game at home on March 2nd, losing 54-45. This ends their historical 2020-2021 season. They started off with a school record, going 11 straight games before losing. In league play, they went 6-3 and finished with a record of 15-5. Senior Trey Abasolo broke the school's all-time leading scorer record and finished with 1,451 points. Great job to all the athletes this winter, all of your hard work and determination. That's it for us. Back to the desk.
Stay frosty.
That's it for this week. Have a safe and fun spring break. And as always, thanks for watching KCAT.